Look, the Lakers have had rest after every, because Portland had to have a play-in game, so they had rest after that. They've been resting up. They had rest after the Rockets because the Rockets had to go 7 games. So they have rest. I kind of like them to continue to play because once they hit a stride, Skip, they start playing really well. They lost both games. Game 1 to Portland, game 1 to Houston, and then won 4 straight in both series. So I kind of was hoping that, the Clippers going to win, just go ahead and do it so we can start this thing off on Wednesday. Now, since they got pushed back, they're going to play Tuesday.
So you're building an excuse.
No, I'm not building no excuse. Building an excuse for what? That's what you do. That's what you do, saying that all their focus is on the Lakers as they lose game after game. At first, when they lose it in the regular season, it wasn't because they're ready for the playoffs. They're just getting ready for the playoffs. Now it's the playoffs and they're losing. You building more excuses. And then when they get knocked out by the Nuggets, LeBron got a cakewalk. Now the West is a cakewalk. At first, LeBron couldn't do this in the West. Now he's in the West, and it looks like he's going to come out of the West. Oh, the West is a cakewalk. So you're building in your excuses. So for me, look, they need as much because I guess it's not going to be like in the past, Skip. They're going to be playing every other day because they got to get this thing wrapped up here before long. And so I would have preferred them to play Wednesday, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. So doesn't matter. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, doesn't matter.
I would love the Clippers against your Lakers, but I have serious doubts that the Clippers are going to get to your Lakers. So it's already time to congratulate LeBron James for winning his 4th championship. Cake walk.
So why is it a cakewalk?
You're going to get the Nuggets when their fairy tale is going to come to a crashing halt.
No, but Skip, no, that's not what you said. People never said the West was a cakewalk. People said the West was the toughest conference. The East was the cakewalk. So now LeBron is in the West. Now the West is the cakewalk. Why?
So you got the way overrated Trailblazers. You should have swept them, and it took 5 games. Then you got Houston, who won the first game, and it's 1-1, and Daniel House's bubble burst, and so did
Daniel House.
Yes, Daniel House, that Mike D'Antoni had called as improved a player as there is in the league, becoming one of the better players in the league.
The same Mike D'Antoni that said the Lakers were desperate because they made changes in order to not let James Harden go iso ball one-on-one. That Mike D'Antoni?
That one.
Oh.
Who beat you soundly in game number 1.
But let me ask you a question.
Who had you down a point with 10 minutes left in game number 2.
And got the door blown out.
Rondo saved your whole season.
Let me ask you a question, Skip. Why didn't you guys sweep the Mavericks? They were the 7th seed.
So you talking about the Lakers?
No. You keep talking about the Lakers should have swept Portland and the Lakers should have swept Houston. Why didn't you guys sweep? You guys were the better team.
I picked it a 7-game series.
No. I know you're wrong.
I did.
And what did I pick? And what did I pick? Houston.
I don't remember.
Hey, you do remember.
Yeah.
I got this many on it.
Okay.
And what did I pick on Portland?
You got
I got
lucky.
this many on it. I got lucky.
You got big lucky.
Whoa, Skip.
And then you're going to get Boston or Miami? Seriously?
No, we're not.
It's like you're playing a G League team.
No, now, you see what you do? See, everything you can is to minimize what LeBron is accomplishing. You said he couldn't do this in the West.
I said he can't beat the Clippers, and I don't think the Clippers can now beat the Nuggets.
The Clippers got their own fish to fry. Don't worry about what we got in our cookout. Eat what you got at your cookout. Yeah, we got good stuff over here. We got lobster, we got scrimps, scallops, baked potatoes, nice steaks.
Yeah, you're about to get boiled like lobster if they get to the next round.
You guys got the old hobo cookout.
That is enough until we see a Game 7 tomorrow, guys. We're going to jump back into the Cowboys season opener against the Rams. Are the Clippers in?
They're in a heap of trouble. They're in a heap of trouble. But I just need somebody to tell me. Because, the thing that I get from a lot of basketball players, and I don't call your name, but I watch what you say. How does a football player up there talking hoops? So I need you guys.
Who says that?
No, I don't need to call no name, but they know who they are. They know who they are out there. They know who they are, Skip. I ain't gonna call their name.
Real basketball?
Real basketball players. Real
NBA players?
NBA players. Say, y'all got
all their names.
Y'all got a football.
I want to hear.
No, Skip. I ain't gonna put them out there like that. But it's neither here nor there. But I need them to explain to me, how does a team full of dogs, Kawhi's a dog, Pat Bev's a dog, Paul George,
Marcus Morris,
Trez Harrell, Lou Will, JaMychal Green, a team full of dogs, keep giving up these big, ginormous leads, a great head coach who's defensive-minded. How does that keep happening? They keep telling me Kawhi Leonard is one of the most efficient players in all of basketball. Only twice in this series has he shot 50% or better. Is that efficient? Kawhi Leonard, Skip Bayless told me last week, Kawhi Leonard is the best closer in football. In basketball.
I did not say that.
You read the stat last week. You said the stat said Kawhi Leonard is the best closer.
I didn't read it. We didn't even get to it.
You mentioned it.
Yeah.
I
don't believe it. I told you from the start he's not a great closer.
I'm trying to figure out. Okay, Game 5, they had a 16-point lead in the second half. In Game 6, they had a 19-point lead in the second half. Game 4 against the Mavs, they blew a 21-point lead. Let that be LeBron James. Now, let me tell you what you did last week. The Lakers blew a big lead, even though they held on and won. You said from the 10:59 mark in the third quarter to the X amount of the fourth quarter, they outscored by the Houston Rockets by this.
Yep, it's about the same as this was.
Even though the Lakers won, how could that happen to LeBron James? This is why. Kawhi Leonard could never, ever be compared to LeBron James because he never received the scrutiny. He's never received the criticism while only receiving the praise and adulation. Had LeBron James let this happen in back-to-back games, if LeBron James had let this happen 3 games in the last 5, 6, where you blow double 15, 16, 19, 21-point leads and lose, he would have been eviscerated. But, Kawhi playing well. Kawhi doing his thing. They can't do nothing. You know what? They tried to put Kawhi on yoke. Nothing. They tried to put Paul George on him. Nothing. They tried Trez Harrell. Nothing. So I just need to know. I need somebody from the NBA community to explain to me. But I forgot, Skip, they're waiting on the playoffs. It doesn't matter. They're waiting on the playoffs. So once the playoffs get here, they'll flip that thing in the high gear. Oh, let me see. This is what Doc is a lot. Doc is a lot like Miss Susan Collins, the senator from Maine. She's disturbed. She's disappointed. Doc says he didn't like the energy. Let me guess, he didn't like the energy in the second half where they played with. You know, they played with more energy. He thought they moved the ball a little better because it's always an excuse when you lose. But I don't hear anything about that when you win. You don't talk about when you play together, how long you've been playing together when you win. Only when you lose. The Nuggets believe no matter how big a lead that the Clippers get, because they've come back, they can do it again. You got your hands full tomorrow night. You got your hands full.
So I am on record. I will say this up front. I will be surprised if the Clippers beat the Nuggets in Game 7. I will be surprised. I would not be surprised if the Clippers do manage to beat the Nuggets. I will not be surprised if the Clippers eliminate your Lakers. They're built to beat your Lakers. Their mentality is such it can beat your Lakers. But they have been pointing toward your Lakers, looking